It's been so long since I've done a free wholesale vendor list, but I have a list of no licensed wholesale clothing vendors for you guys today.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
What's up, icons? It's the iconic fashion figure, and today I am going to be giving you guys a list of no licensed wholesale clothing vendors. So if you don't understand what that means, these are the wholesale vendors for those of you guys that are just starting out, that may not have the licensing for your businesses yet. You don't have your resale certificate or your seller's permit, but you want to start buying your wholesale clothing so you can test out selling clothing until you actually register your business. So this video is going to be for those of you that don't have your resale certificate yet, or even those of you that do have your resale certificate. So let's jump into the first wholesale clothing vendor. Number one is going to be Good Stuff Apparel. It is an LA based wholesale vendor because you'll notice some of these aren't based in the US, which helps when it comes to resale certificates, but Good Stuff is based in LA. They do sell in pre-pack, so I do want to warn you that. For those of you that don't know what pre-packs are, it's usually a combination of units that will come together for a style in a specific color, but you'll have various sizes in there, and each pre-pack will tell you how many of each size that you'll receive. Good Stuff Apparel sells women's clothing. They do have plus size for those of you that are looking for plus sizes. They also have swimwear and accessories. And the one thing that really stood out to me for Good Stuff Apparel is they're really affordable. So for those of you that are looking for affordable clothing, Good Stuff Apparel is a good one for you. Coming in at number two is Mirta, and Mirta is a wholesale marketplace. Now, for those of you that don't understand what a wholesale marketplace is, it's basically a platform for wholesalers, so a bunch of different wholesalers to sell their products on one website. So you'll find a bunch of different vendors on there with various products, different styles. So this can be one for everyone. The good thing about Mirta is that there's no MOQ, which means you can buy as little or as many as you need. Mirta also does drop shipping, so for those of you that are starting a drop ship business, this would be the wholesale platform for you. And another good thing, they also offer net 60 payment terms. So if you don't have the money to pay today, you can choose the net 60 option and you'll pay in 2 months. That will allow those of you that are actually buying your inventory, not drop shipping, to be able to sell and make some of your money before actually having to pay your invoice. And number three is Paris Fashion Shops, which is one of the ones that I really like out of this list, just because the style of a lot of the products really align with me and my type of style. So I really like Paris Fashion Shops, but I will say keep in mind a lot of these are based in Paris. Paris Fashion Shops is a wholesale marketplace, which is why I say a lot of these are based in Paris. It's a bunch of different wholesale vendors that are on one platform, but a lot of them are based out of Paris. The type of items that you'll find on Paris Fashion Shops is like women's clothing. You have plus sizes on there as well. There's also accessories, there's shoes, there's handbags, there's lingerie, but it's not only for women's products. You also have a men's category on there as well as children's. And one additional category that I saw on there that may be helpful for a lot of you is the retail supplies. So if there's supplies that you need for your e-commerce business, you can get them on there as well. Now, when it comes to Paris Fashion Shops, they don't require a resale certificate, but they did require for you to upload a document that has your business name on there. So a lot of you may already have your EIN or something along that line, which is not a resale certificate, but it is a document that has your business name on there, so you can submit that instead. And as I mentioned, a lot of the items that were on Paris Fashion Shops, I really like the style, so I wanted to just call out some of the wholesale vendors on Paris Fashion Shops that I really like and I recommend that you guys should check out. Number one is going to be Rosa Fashions. Definitely check out Rosa Fashions. Number two is going to be Phenomen, which I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but check that one out as well, which I'll be linking all of these for you guys. Number three, again, I might pronounce this wrong, is Oraji Paris. Number four is going to be 6 June Paris. And then for number five, just to throw in some men's fashion, number five is going to be Zane Paris. So those are 5 wholesale clothing vendors that is on Paris Fashion Shops that I recommend that you guys check out, but there's a ton more brands on there that you can check out as well. And then going into number 4 for this list, this is not on any marketplace, this is not another marketplace, this is a direct wholesale clothing vendor, and that is going to be Sophie the Label. And Sophie the Label sells women's wholesale clothing, there's swimwear, and there's lingerie. This one is also UK based. I didn't see see them on Paris fashion shops. They may be, but this one is based in the UK, not Paris, so I don't know if it's on there or not. And then the other thing that I want to bring to your attention is Sophie the label does sell retail, which means they sell direct to consumer. But for those of you that are in the US and you're selling to US customers, that may not matter to you as much, because I'm sure most of their clientele is most likely based in the UK. And then the last and final vendor, because I'm only doing 5 for this video, plus the 5 that I pointed out for Paris fashion shop, so it's almost like giving you 10. But number 5 for today's no license wholesale vendor list is Crescent. And Crescent is taking us back to LA. This is a LA based wholesale vendor. Crescent offers women's wholesale clothing and wholesale accessories. And just like with Sophie the label, Crescent also does sell retail too, which means they are selling direct to consumer, which you want to keep that in mind when buying from Crescent, but they do have an option to buy wholesale. So those are all the no license wholesale clothing vendors that I'll be giving in today's video. Now that I'm getting back into routine and pushing out as many videos as I can this year, because I know I took quite a break last year, be sure to look out for more wholesale vendor lists that I'll be putting out on a regular basis. But until then, thank you guys for watching.